there is a fundamental lesson found in Parshas Toldos hidden in the birth of Yaakov and Esav. And this lesson, if we keep it in mind, it has the power to transform our lives on a daily basis. Yaakov and Esav, the two boys are born. We know that on a spiritual level, Yaakov is assigned to Olam Haba, while Esav's domain is Olam Hazeh. Not a new concept. The Yalkut Shimoni deals with this. We're all familiar with this. The Gra points out that this concept is hidden in the words that describe their birth. When it comes to the birth of Esav, it says, Vayetzi Harishon Admoni. Esav is described as the Rishon, the first one, not just because literally he was born first, but because he was assigned to the first world. Olam Hazeh comes before Olam Haba. Esav equals Olam Hazeh. Yaakov, on the other hand, it says, Va'achreichen yatsa achiv, and afterwards his brother came out. Yaakov came out. Yaakov is the afterwards, the afterworld, which is Olam Haba, which comes after Olam Hazeh. Straightforward concept. Esav Olam Hazeh, Yaakov Olam Haba. So the problem is, if we take this idea a little bit too literally, some people think, well, Esav and the non-Jews, they get to party and enjoy Olam Hazeh, but we Jews, we're supposed to suffer in Olam Hazeh so that we can be worthy in Olam Haba. This world, Olam Hazeh, is supposed to be a world of seriousness and suffering, working hard, putting our nose to the grindstone. We're not supposed to enjoy ourselves at all, right? God forbid, that's not the lesson over here. In fact, there's an amazing concept that those who emphasize Olam Haba get to enjoy themselves both in Olam Hazeh and Olam Haba. You get both worlds. However, those who emphasize Olam Hazeh, they lose out on everything. They don't get Olam Hazeh or Olam Haba. People whose lives are based simply in Olam Hazeh, it's a very empty kind of existence. Yeah, they could try to party hardy, but they're not really gaining much. There's no goal with their aspirations, and they don't enjoy themselves as much in Olam Hazeh, and of course they forfeit Olam Haba. But if we can keep in mind our goals in the Olam Haba, we get to enjoy both worlds. If we have an amazing davening, what an amazing, fulfilling feeling we'll feel after the davening. If we work very hard to understand a difficult pasuk or a difficult Gemara, what a great feeling we feel afterwards. If we do mitzvos, kindness, if we help out other people, it gives us such an amazing feeling afterwards. Nothing beats that. And of course, Shabbos. You don't need me to tell you about Shabbos. We feel sorry for those who don't get to celebrate Shabbos. Shabbos is such an amazing, amazing feeling. As Jews with our focus in Olam Haba, all of these are Olam Haba experiences, but by living our lives in Olam Hazeh, keeping in mind the goals of Olam Haba, we get to enjoy Olam Hazeh so much more. I get patients asking me during the day, Dr. Fishkin, you're just examining our eyes. Why do you seem so happy and enthusiastic? It's a little bit tough to answer those questions, especially to my non-Jewish patients. I'm not there to give them a Devar Torah. I'm not there to throw religion at them. But I'll try to come up with some basic answers. I'll try to say, well, I really appreciate the fact that I get a chance to help out people during the day. Or I'll tell people that, I see people having difficult sufferings, difficult issues coming to me all day. So I get a chance to appreciate and be thankful for what I have. And sometimes I'll just say, well, I had a good cup of coffee this morning. But this is something in the way we're supposed to live our lives. We're supposed to have happiness and enthusiasm. It's so much better to be happy than to be depressed or sad. So if we have control, if we have the ability to try to imbue happiness in the way we live our lives in this world, of course, that's an ideal that we should be trying to do. The Gra says that we even see this hidden in the words of the Psukim, where it says that Yaakov was holding on to Esav's heel. Vayhio chezes, Yaakov was holding on to Esav's heel, and the Gra says this implies that yes, Yaakov was holding on. Yaakov was actually grabbing some of the reward of Esav. Esav, his reward was supposed to be from Olam Hazeh, but Yaakov was Zoche to the world of this world and the next world. And that's what we're supposed to be following. That's what we're supposed to be emulating. By keeping in mind the goals of Olam Haba, we get to enjoy both worlds. Rav Nebenzahl tells over the amazing story that Yaakov and Esav, they parted their ways. Each one took their own worlds. Yaakov Olam Haba, Esav Olam Hazeh. And one day Esav decided to check in on Yaakov and see how he was doing. He figured, Yaakov's got to be all miserable in this world. So Esav peeks in and he sees that Yaakov is actually enjoying himself. He was surprised. Yaakov's sitting here having a nice meal, singing songs, and he says, Yaakov, what are you doing? This is Olam Hazeh. How could you be enjoying yourself? And Yaakov says, today is Shabbos. Me'ein Olam Haba. That's why I'm having a good time over here. Esav says, really? How often is Shabbos? And Yaakov says, it's once a week. So Esav says, okay, I'm going to come back on a day that it's not Shabbos. Esav pops in on a weekday, and again, he sees that Yaakov is enjoying himself. And Esav said, what's going on? And Yaakov says, oh, today's Rosh Chodesh. That's why I'm having a good time, having a nice meal. Esav says, okay, that's it. Esav consults a Jewish calendar, and he picks a day that he knows it's not Shabbos, not Yontif, not a Chol Hamoed, not Rosh Chodesh, and he pops in, and again, he sees that Yaakov is sitting there having a good time, having a nice meal. And he says, Yaakov, what's going on now? How could you be having a good meal? And Yaakov says, oh, today I made a siyum. There are so many opportunities that we all have on a regular basis, so many mitzvos we can do that can really, really give us simcha. So therefore, let's all keep in mind, let's get with the program. Let's do mitzvos, let's smile with the mitzvos, let's enjoy ourselves. And if we all keep our focus on Olam Haba, then we will be zoche in Mirz Hashem to all the rewards of Olam Haba, but at the same time we can enjoy ourselves on a daily basis in Olam Hazeh as well.